Salvete, discipuli. We have arrived at the final story of Book 1 of the Cambridge series. Clemens is going to head toward the house, and we'll see what he discovers. What is the status of Caecilius, Quintus, and Metella? Iam nubes atra ad terram descendebat, iam cinis densissimus incidebat. Already a black cloud was descending to the earth. Already the ash was falling very thick. Okay, so densus means thick. Densissimus is what we call the superlative form, very thick. Plurimi Pompeiani iam de urbe sua desperabant, multi peribant. Many Pompeians already were despairing about their city. Many were perishing. Okay, so things are very serious in the city right now, people. The other video that I showed you alongside this will give you an idea of just how bad things are as Clemens is now trying to make his way back to the house of Caecilius. Clemens tamen non desperabat, sed obstinate villam petivit quod Caecilium quaerebat. Clemens, however, was not despairing, but stubbornly headed for the house because he was looking for Caecilius. Okay, so again, always worth reviewing. The um ending is accusative. That means it's the direct object. The bat ending is imperfect. That means was looking for. Tandem ad villam pervenit, solicitus ruina spectavit, tota villa ardebat. Finally, he arrived at the house. Anxious, solicitus, anxious. He looked at the ruins. The whole house was burning. People, we've been reading this entire year. This was the house. We were here. We were in this house. We had events in this house. Now this is the house, and it's burning. Ardebat. Clemens fumum ubique vidit, per ruinas tamen fortiter contendit, et dominum suum vocavit. Clemens saw smoke everywhere. Nevertheless, he bravely hurried through the ruins and called his master. Caecilius tamen non respondit. Subito canis latravit, servus tablinum intravit ubi canis erat. Caecilius, however, did not respond. Suddenly, the dog barked. Remember Cerberus from the first story we ever read? Cerberus is the dog. Canis latravit, the dog barked. The slave entered the study where the dog was. Cerberus dominum custodiebat. Caecilius in tablino moribundus jacebat. Cerberus was guarding his master. Again, bat ending was guarding. Caecilius was lying almost dead in the study. Moribundus. We have in English borrowed, we have the word moribund. Moribund means almost dead. Okay, so he's almost dead. He's lying in the study. Murus semirutus eum paene celabat. Clemens domino vinum dedit. A half-collapsed wall was almost hiding him. Okay, so murus is the word that means wall. Okay, semirutus, half collapse. Now we've got this root semi, means like half, basically, okay? And rutus means broken, but so semi-rutus, a half-collapsed wall. Paine means almost, okay? A half-collapsed wall was almost hiding him. In other words, Caecilius is laying on the ground, and there's this wall that has fallen, and it's like laying on part of him. Clemens gave wine to his master. Domino, okay, this is a dative ending, okay, to or for the master. Caecilius postquam vinum bibit sensum respiravit. Caecilius, after he drank wine, breathed slowly. Quid accidit, domine? Rogavit Clemens. What happened, master? Asked Clemens. Now this form right here, okay, we're going to study this a lot more in stage 13. This is what's known as the vocative, okay? So anytime you have a name or a noun that ends with a us, when you address the person, you don't use the us, you change it to an e. So the noun dominus, master. If you are talking to the master, you say domine. Okay, it's called the vocative form. Again, we will study this in more detail in the next stage. Ego ad villam veni, inquit Caecilius, metellam non vidi, quintum non vidi, villa erat deserta. I came to the house, said Caecilius. I didn't see Metella. I didn't see Quintus. The house was deserted. Okay, so this I here, again, this is one of our new endings of this stage. Ego means I. Ego veni. The I is the perfect tense. Tum ego ad tablinum contendebam, subito terra tremuit et paries en me incidit. Then I was hurrying to the study. Suddenly the ground shook and the wall fell on me. Okay, so again, the bam ending is the imperfect going with ego. Okay, I was hurrying. Suddenly the ground shook, tremuit, et paries. Paries is the word here for wall. The wall fell on me. Now, he was hurrying to the study for a very important reason. There was something in the study that he knew he needed to get, namely his signet ring. This is about to become very important. Tu es servus fidelis, abi, ego te jubeo, de vita mea despero, Metella et Quintus perierunt, nunc ego quoque sum moriturus. You are a faithful slave. Go away. Okay, so now this is what we call an imperative form. Abi, if you like give somebody an order. Okay, so abi, go away. We will be studying this in much more detail in upcoming stages. Ego te jubeo, I order you. I despair for my life. Metella and Quintus have perished. Now, Caecilius doesn't actually know this, okay? All he knows is that he came to his house and Metella and Quintus aren't there, okay? So he doesn't know they've perished. He's just saying he believes they have perished. Nunc ego quoque sum moriturs. I also am about to die, okay? So this ending here, this is what we call the future participle. Moriturus. Turus means about to do something. If the verb mori means to die, moriturus means about to die. Okay? That's something we won't actually study for several more stages, but here's your first exposure to it. So this is a serious situation, people. Caecilius himself is about to die. Clemens recusavit. In tablino obstinate manebat, Caecilius iterum clamavit. Clemens refused. He was stubbornly staying in the study. Caecilius again shouted, Clemens, abi te jubeo, fortasse quintus superfuit, quaere quintum, hunc annulum quinto da. Clemens, go away, I order you. Maybe, fortasse means maybe. Maybe Quintus survived, superfuit. Quaere quintum, look for Quintus. This is again one of these command forms we will study in more detail soon. Give this ring to Quintus. So hunc annulum, this ring. Quinto, this is the dative form, to or for Quintus. Da is the imperative give. Give this ring to Quintus. Because here's what it means, people. This signet ring is the proof of everything Caecilius owns. Yes, this house is destroyed, but Caecilius owns a lot of things outside of Pompeii. If Quintus has survived, and if Quintus can be given this ring will allow Quintus to liquidate those assets, okay? Meaning Quintus himself, if he manages to survive all this, Quintus can be a rich man, okay? Even though he's a very young man, he's only like 16 or 17 years old. Quintus needs that ring. Now, I want you to consider something. If Clemens takes this ring, what is to prevent Clemens from just going off and pretending to be Quintus and taking all the money that this family owes? The answer is nothing. Clemens could theoretically take everything, but he's going to be loyal. Caecilius, postquam Clementi annulum suum tradidit, statim expiravit. Caecilius, after he handed his ring over to Clemens, immediately died. Let's just take a moment, people, to reflect on the fact that we have been reading stories about this family for this entire year, and now Caecilius has just died. Clementi, this I, this is the dative of a third declension noun. So the name Clemens is third declension, so gave it to Clemens, okay? And he immediately died. Clemens domino triste valedixit et evilla discessit. Clemens sadly said goodbye to his master and went out of the house. Valedixit, said goodbye. Vale is how you say goodbye. Dixit is said. So valedixit, said goodbye, and he left the house. And now, people, here is the very end of Book 1, and it contains what I consider to be the most poignant sentence ever composed in the Latin language. First, Cerberus tamen in villa mansit. Cerberus, however, stayed in the house, and here it is. Dominum frustra custodiebat. In vain he was guarding his master. Frustra means in vain. He's guarding his master in vain because Caecilius has died. And the reality is, people, Cerberus is going to stay at the side of the dead Caecilius, and he is himself going to die alongside him.